Takes up threes as well.
Houston has a smaller defender on flag. Arsenal.
Swing it. Knueppel put it on the board. A three. And Houston's 3 of 15 from the field. Settle in with Gung-ha. Back to a Knueppel with the finish. Ready for their games. Ball popped in the air, and it's controlled. Knueppel in the right spot and gets the bucket. Houston is going ice cold. Flag. Stop and go. Nice look. Proctor. Extra. Knueppel shooting practice. He's got it. Boy, bold at him. 6 years will do that for you. Yeah, he's got that baby hook. He always brings energy. Knueppel knocks it down.
And able to put Alabama on the board the first time. Kon Knueppel. Shot fakes. Misses a mid-range. Second chance. Knueppel for three. Turned it over twice as well. James. Kicks it. Quick release. Knueppel. Three turnovers for Mark Sears. Duke has their starters on the floor. Knueppel with a flurry of moves, and he's fouled. Duke up 7 with the ball. And now Knueppel drives on Sears, shakes him. Ease throw line. Knueppel open, lays it in.
Bradley, which he didn't, that just drove love and opened it up for Cooper. And I tell you what, Knueppel get like a double foul. Okay, but what? Why? How? Okay.
So they pinned the foul on Henry Vasar. And that one tied at 32. Knueppel trying to turn the corner at 6'7", big body, does so. Setting up for us here in this Sweet 16 matchup. Duke's made 10 of their last 13 field goals. Cooper Flag's been all of that. Here's Knueppel for three. Got to watch. Sends it out to Flag. No look again. Knueppel passed it up. Knueppel drives and lays it in.
Against Mount St. Mary's, there were a number of plays at the rim. Knueppel, this kid gets elevate. That's 5 rebounds for Flag. Quick trigger. Knueppel. Here's James. Kabir just go. He keeps playing. Knueppel more involved in this second half. He sneaks it. Against UConn and 2002 against Winthrop. The other two.
They went on a 19-0 run in that second half.
Knueppel drives, and he finishes early.
And to be so young to have that kind of feel impressive right away.
Goaltending, Knueppel will get some that would be hip replacement surgery. He bounced back.
Did Mike ever get on the floor for loose ball?
You know, back in the early 90s, every once in a while.
A loose 20.
Knueppel!
Which allows him to be the facilitator, allows Chucky to get loose without 10 defensive eyes watching.
Knueppel right by everyone.
He knocked it down, and Stanford was heartbroken.
This would be Duke's first outright regular season ACC and tournament championship since
Dunk along the back line. Great screen set by Terrence Edwards to free Chucky.
Knueppel takes the bump, leans in, got it.
We shouldn't have him shaking hands after the game. Should do it before the game.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think after the game,
emotional.
Knueppel one on the way and too strong by Ruths. Knueppel on Hepburn. 1-on-1. Knueppel drives it, scores it.
Dominating points in the paint when you consider everything that they've done has been in the painted area, not really getting much going from the perimeter.
Knueppel catches, fires, got it, a three.
He's got to be careful, OB. He's already playing with 2.
Knueppel got a great look at. So they've been good for a long time. They've 27 wins now.
Yeah, Brad Brownell's done a tremendous job, as has Pat Kelsey. Tough trying to figure out who the coach of the year was this year.
Knueppel swish it in.
On the defensive end now, trying to help his team get a win.
Knueppel banging with Jackson.
Another delivery from Cadeau to Ben Allen Lubin, but I'm not sure 2s are going to be able to beat the Blue Devils.
Now Knueppel, big time drive for the shield. Follow watch all ACC honorable mentions. 7-2. Knueppel with the drive with the left hand.
Offensive rebound.
Great movement. Another terrific fake. Knueppel fakes again and 2.
Losing Malik Brown is a much bigger deal because you may not see him again this season after injuring that left shoulder. Devils right now, they're playing not only for themselves, but for Cooper and Malik as well.
You're playing for 2 and a very popular assistant coach. Here's Knueppel. Yes! A trip.
coming up with a big bucket to get the lead back to 8.
5 minutes to go in Charlotte. Knueppel threading inside. Knueppel looking to break free. On the drive, and it's
really fought James. Knueppel with 3 on the shot clock. Gets a tough shot off and hits. To Kentucky and Kansas. Knueppel gets rid of it quickly and knocks down a 3.
Really ratcheted up the pressure early on in this game.
Knueppel again. And Knueppel just keeps going and lays it in, and he's got into the game for the first time tonight for Duke. With back cut, Brown, a beautiful feed to Knueppel. Look for that shot. Flag swings it to Knueppel.
Duke really trying to spread out this Carolina defense and drive it.
What a drive by
Duke still without a point. Knueppel off the fake. Another fake. Here's the 2. The misfire there. Malawach, great save. Malawach still battling. Proctor off the fake. Knueppel's the open shooter. Evans not going to wait around. Knueppel with the rebound. Back up for 2.
To have a seat and get his ovation. The final ovation from this crowd.
On James with the ball, standing about 6'5", 225 pounds, running the 1. Just makes their lineup different.
Knueppel to spin. Oh my goodness, got Maluk in the air
For Duke, along with Caleb Foster. And Knueppel for 3, and he got it out of the corner. Finally controls it for Knueppel. Kon all the way to the basket, and the foul. Here's Knueppel weaving around Jerry Dang. Shot fake and 1.
3, 15-1 in the league. Their lone loss a couple of weeks ago at Clemson. Their other losses this year, Kansas and Kentucky. Kon Knueppel open.
What it takes with short prep to figure out who you are in a postseason situation, win or go home situation.
Nice drive by King.
Too. He was at LA when he was a freshman at UCLA. How's he lost weight since his freshman year?
Knueppel. Teams that would find such joy in the progress they've made. Knueppel.
Greatness, right? Like, just want to watch some of the best play and perform.
And maybe this Duke team is giveaway. He misses 2 free throws, you get a free gym membership.
Duke in flux. Knueppel driving, uses that body on the window high.
He has to make some of those shots, but Trey White able to jump inside, get a much needed 2 an offensive rebound.
Knueppel, 14-footer. Big fella inside. They compare him to Bam Adebayo. He's out with a broken wrist. Knueppel. Zion James, Malawach, Gillis, Knueppel, Proctor. Knueppel driving baseline, cut off, dips inside and makes it. Knueppel with the rebound, new shot clock, rising fire. Unable to finish, flag the other way, striding. Knueppel driving, reverse layup, got it.
James to the corner. Knueppel will fire it up and swish it in. Gillis back out. Knueppel will loft it and swish it in. And heat it up again. Knueppel back in. He was the hot hand early. Drive it inside and rolls of the second half when you're playing Duke. Proctor off the fake. Knueppel had a nice first half. He'll drive it, keep on going for 2. It hit the deck there on the loose ball. Here's Proctor. Knueppel gets back into the play and sinks it.
Proctor to push the tempo. He's really been a hot hand these days for Duke. James tiptoeing that line. Knueppel's open. Got it.
Oh, man. I wanted to get his picture, man. I was the groupie.
Knueppel taking some contact. Nice job banking it in.
His attitude, he's heading for greatness in his future.
Knueppel off the inbounds. Little spin to get himself an open look for 2.
Foul on Stojakovic in the front court as Duke handles. Here's Knueppel winding through traffic and scores. First basket for the against Ola Joseph. Here's Knueppel. Baseline and good. It was a smart play. And got to tell you, that group was competitive in the bracket that the U.S. finally won the gold with.
Here's Proctor's had a big half with 11. Flag rolling, draws the double. Knueppel's the open shooter and knocks it down. A 3. Rebound.
But we're certain that Duke and Auburn have been the best two teams in the country all season long. So with the winning streaks, if they do come to an end, still have an opportunity to stay.
Two of the best programs in college basketball history get together. Duke controls the tip, and Duke gets the first basket. Malik Brown, all defensive team in the league with Syracuse a year ago. Flag, such a tremendous distributor. Knueppel, well balanced.
The ball started looking exactly where he wanted to pass the rock.
Kon Knueppel and Tyrese Proctor each had 9 in the first half. Knueppel set up by James. Spin.
Knueppel will try a 3 and he'll hit. Knueppel again. It's a. This is the first time since 07-08 they have started league play 10-0. Knueppel into the paint just
would be helpful, but you have to give Duke credit for an excellent defensive first half.
We are now ready for the second half of our Sonic blockbuster matchup. Dan Schulman, Jay Billis, Jess Sims here at Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham. 22-point lead for the Blue Devils. Flag draws a double, kicks to Knueppel.
And first half, Duke had more steals than North Carolina had assists.
Knueppel for 3. Rebound.
Great challenge by Sion James at the rim. Just make Cadeau score over.
Knueppel. And exactly right. It's been loud at so many different moments in this building on this night. Nothing compared to that moment.
One of the things you know about this is Duke is going to get everyone's best shot. Guys will oftentimes make shots against Duke that they don't make in a normal game because they come in. This is almost a Super Bowl for opposing teams.
Knueppel fires long range. That Proctor finds an open lane, kicks it out. Knueppel from the corner, got it.
Mint drops it off for the easy layup.
Knueppel swishes it in.
But are the players thinking that NC State can't beat them coming into this building?
Knueppel comes over the loose ball. He'll lean in for 2.
And here's a dent for the Blue Devils.
Knueppel thought about it. He'll drive it. The fall away. Got it.
North Carolina, and certainly Wake Forest is hoping they can follow that playbook that Vandy just showed everybody nationally. As the Duke Blue Devils, number 2 in the country, undefeated in the ACC, and a 3.
Well, there's some 4 sports guys. They're just not that good.
Not very good in any of them, really. Yeah. Shot clock down to 10. Knueppel's open from the corner and got a great flag downstairs. Back out. Knueppel. Yes. Nothing but net. Dreadful all season from 3-point land, and they're 0 for 9 today. Flag gives up the dribble. Knueppel stepping in the lane. Bang. Yeah, just 1 for 12 from 3-point land in the second half for the Blue Devils. Knueppel wants to get closer.
Hurricanes to start this game, they feel as though they have an advantage there.
Knueppel 3.
Well, finding the shooters.
Foster for flag. There's an extra pass. Knueppel again.
More minutes, and so with Malik Brown out, they will have him on the floor for longer stretches than he's played throughout this year. A career high 19 points for him. While the Blue Devils are getting exactly what they want on the offensive end.
Knueppel into traffic, little scoop and score.
Yeah, you were always going to drop the top, but now the 20th year of his gala, switch it up to the beamer right now. I respect that.
One of the magical events on the basketball calendar every year. Knueppel out of the corner.
Still finishing the playoff, going and getting a defensive rebound.
Knueppel out of the corner, another 3.
What that means and the impact that those coaches made.
And Myron, I can tell you right now, I'm sure that there are some that took it for granted.
% from 3 last year at Purdue, playing with Zach Edey, mostly catch and shoot. But he's a career 40% shooter.
Ben, and has had a really interesting coaching journey. Was at Butler under Brad Stevens, was at Purdue under Matt Payne.
Chicken wing came out. Those kind of things can wind up as offensive fouls.
Now Knueppel trying to back down Olako, and he lays it in. James
Remember, flag on the bench with 2 fouls. Knueppel, long range, got it. He buries a 3.
Drafted number 1 in the NBA as Knueppel gets a look. Knocks down his second.
Flag looking for some movement. Proctor thought about it. The drive and kick. Knueppel. Yes, another clip.
Put up big numbers throughout this season at 27 and 8 against Cal. A couple of games ago, they need him to be aggressive to have success here on the road.
You're right. If it's going to happen for Pitt, and they're going to come back, their guards are going to lead it. Knueppel down the lane. Nice adjustment to lay it in. You made the point. They are a good offensive team. They came in averaging 84 points a game, hitting about 50% collectively as a team. Real good shooting team, but they had not run into Duke yet. Flag will flip it. James.
We've got an issue. Zach Austin.
What a move by Proctor. Finds the open man. Knueppel. Bang. There is Knueppel. He had 7 assists in the first. You to be able to get some stops. In the corner. Bang. Not a clean look. Knueppel once more for 3. Bang. And Knueppel trying to go with the left hand and lays it.
And Burnham bails him out because Burnham kept moving.
Yep. 4-point lead for the Blue Devils. Gungba out front against Wessler. Here's flag on the catch. Knueppel straight away. See? And he's getting his sea legs here in his second ACC game, it feels like. Knueppel on the final play of the half at the foul line. Got it. 5 for Knueppel. Knueppel will try one for you, Dan. That's right.
They flagged it. I mean, he's so active defensively. He has such good instincts.
On the drive, Knueppel and 1.
That's what he does. He takes it and goes.
Knueppel, good look. And good for 3.
That was a big-time move for a freshman.
Freshman out of the Overtime Elite program, which is just a couple of minutes from here. Knueppel can't.
They get most of them right. Don't tell them I said.
You know it's recorded now.
I know.
Go back and hear it.
It's out there.
Just between you, me, and the millions of people. Knueppel.
Big time.
Drought in a 14-0 run. And then Knueppel answers with 3.
They make it hard for you. Nice play.
Knueppel with a takeaway. And Knueppel will
help a team. And he defends.
Chris Carrawell, Duke's associate head coach, said he could score 6 points and be the best player on the floor.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Nice drive by Knueppel.
His record against the SEC is dreadful. But the problem is you set the standard in November and December, and then it's hard for teams to recover.
Knueppel goes.
You have to understand that.
Knueppel. Into the chest of Anderson. He left it off the front end. Behind the play, numbers for the Blue Devils.
And that's how you shoot 20%. You take time.
Able to score, they can set up this half-court 1-3-1, and they stay in it for the possession.
Corner triple, Knueppel connects.
Scout right now, right? He did get 10 minutes in the Louisville game. As Knueppel does a great job of setting his feet under his shoulders. That's what I'm talking about.
Here comes Cooper Flag. Gives it up to Knueppel. Through contact, puts it in. Inside, Waterman sent away. Sion James recovering. And Knueppel goes right around.
How that to happen? I can't roll the dice like that. Wait, you told your coach what you wanted? 61.5% from 3. And sometimes made shots can be fool's gold.
In this half, only 2 of 9 from distance. Knueppel with a tap.
But lost by 3 in Vegas last week. And they dug themselves an early hole in this one as well. Kon Knueppel. And the ball in the hands of the 17-year-old freshman, Cooper Flag. Now Knueppel. Just
Seattle lead. Foster then into Knueppel.
He makes. He just
such a force multiplier when he's out there.
Has he fit the role you expected him to so far?
Yeah, I think so. In spades. And he
Foster nearly overthrew it for Gillis, who recollects for Duke. As Malowacz back on the floor after the good minutes for Brown. Great vision by Foster. And to go, he's got 8. Duke led by 12 in the half there, plus 12 in the second. Knueppel, he's a shooter.
Banged around right now by a veteran, more physically imposing player. Knueppel drives, lefty, nice little reverse layup. Turnover for Kansas, and a chance for a 2-on-1. Knueppel all the way, up and over where top.
Picked up a few tricks in 5 years.
Is it only 5 years?
Oh, it's 4. It's 5. It's 5. This is 5, yeah.
Knueppel in the paint, nice play.
Yeah. Double, Knueppel's going to be the playmaker.
Tough shot.
Knueppel drives past Love and lays it in. Around, and Knueppel gets it back. Puts it up and hits.
2-possession game. And Arizona needs a stop here.
Knueppel for 3. Wow. Big shot.
Afraid out here.
Knueppel again, another big 3.
Shoot or put. But I actually like this smaller lineup. I really think this was the group that moved the basketball really well. Don't get blocked, don't get blocked. Like, Malowacz has that impact. And again, like I said, Mark Williams did a few years back.
Knueppel 3.
Like an onion. Word open.
What's your go-to onion?
It depends. I mean, like if it's an...
And Knueppel into the front court. Left hand, and it goes.
Oh, what a tough move. Yeah, they're top blocking him, so it goes out the other way.
Oweh gambles, misses it.
Forced a single turnover from Duke in this first half. And it's not like Kentucky's been turning the ball over like crazy, but Duke's got 9 points off turnovers, 0 for Kentucky.
The second minutes with 2 fouls as well.
There's that wide pin down for Knueppel. And he gets the step up.
The pull-up. Not just in.
Carr, very efficient around the basket.
Turnaround by Knueppel.
Knueppel, as though he heard me say he had yet. The Blue Devils having a huge advantage on the offensive glass so far tonight. It turns into another. Kon Knueppel step back 3. Cooper Flagg also takes a seat on the bench. Malowacz, Knueppel who puts up the 3. Knueppel into the lane, tough finish, and he'll have a chance. Tell you what, Kon Knueppel
9 threes last year on a very good App State team.
Long rebound comes to Knueppel, who attacks. 6 quick points. Christopher Mantis got another open 3. Will not please the Duke coaching staff. That was a big part of the scout earlier today. There is the defensive menace that is Malik Brown. Knueppel. By Mason Gillis. Flagg attacks. Knueppel into the lane. Talk of second half. Flagg works to the baseline. Finds Knueppel in the opposite corner for rebound Tudich. Knueppel comes to a stop and banks it in.
Coached hard. Kon Knueppel has been coached hard. And you see the result.
Here goes Knueppel. Goes to the right.